it goes to show, if you're going to go at a legend, you bet not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week. She absolutely crushed her own teammates into the dust, and she even decided to go after a legend, the legendary Courtney Vandersloot, who, of course, blew out her ACL at the beginning of the season, and she is in the midst of making a comeback. And, of course, Angel Reese made some comments that were none too kind to a legend.
Okay, this is wild. Courtney Vandersloot finally broke her silence, and trust me, it wasn't subtle. When a 5-time All-Star and 2-time WNBA champion claps back at Angel Reese, you know this rookie-turned-sophomore drama queen has pushed things way too far. The Chicago Sky locker room isn't just fractured anymore, it's leaking chaos everywhere. So here's the real question, is Angel Reese burning bridges faster than she can build them? Let's be real, controversy has followed Reese since her LSU days. And if her brand is built on stirring the pot, that act is starting to wear thin. Why? Because if you're bold enough to go at a legend like Courtney Vandersloot, you better land the punch. And Reese's jab? It missed badly. Do you think Reese should be fired by the Chicago Sky? Let us know in the comments below. Let's go.
At this point, it's over. That whole Sky Barbie thing, that thing is over. Angel Reese is done in Chicago. They're gonna move on. They have to.
And let's be clear about who we're talking about here. Courtney Vandersloot isn't some bench warmer you can casually throw shade at. She's a 5-time All-Star, a 7-time assist leader, and a 2-time WNBA champion. Her resume towers higher than Reese's highlight reels, speaks louder than her sideline antics, and carries infinitely more weight than any Instagram caption. Yet here comes Angel Reese, tossing shots about Vandersloot's age, her durability, and even questioning whether the Sky should trust her to return at full strength. That's not just shade, that's an open hand slap at one of the most respected veterans in the game.
The Chicago Sky teammates of Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, Rachel Banham, Courtney Vandersloot, 3 ladies which were targeted in that hit piece that Angel Reese slid underneath the table. Yeah, they responded. Not only did they respond, but the Chicago Sky responded as well.
So why even go there? Reese hasn't even finished 2 full seasons as a pro. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, her so-called rival, let's be real, most of this rivalry lives only in Reese's head, is already the centerpiece of the Indiana Fever, dragging an entire franchise back into relevance and rewriting WNBA history in the process. Reese, on the other hand, seems more focused on stirring up drama inside her own locker room. Hardly the kind of leadership formula anyone was expecting.
We can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age that she's at, Reese said. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before. Courtney Vandersloot, by the way, 2-time WNBA champion, 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-WNBA first team, left the New York Liberty, a championship caliber team, to come help out the Chicago. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, oh, dang, oh, dang. It's all right, Courtney. It's all right.
And here's the kicker, Courtney wasn't asking for sympathy or shortcuts. After tearing her ACL, she's been grinding harder than anyone. Brutal rehab sessions, relentless workouts, interviews that showed nothing but focus and determination to return stronger than ever. The last thing she needed was a teammate planting seeds of doubt in public. But that's exactly what Angel Reese did. And she didn't keep it behind closed doors, she said it in an interview for everyone to hear. That's the kind of move that makes veterans lose respect instantly. Locker room frustrations? Those happen everywhere. But dragging a teammate's name through the mud on camera? That's how you torch trust in record time.
Can Sky Nation expect to see you back here next year?
Oh, absolutely. You know, contrary to what people say or think, my age is absolutely not a factor. I am coming back. I'm going to come back better than ever because that's what I've done. I put myself in a position to come back and compete even at this age.
Better than ever. Thank you so much, Luke.
Naturally, Vandersloot wasn't about to let it slide. Asked about her future, she fired back without hesitation, "My age is not a factor. I'm coming back better than ever." Boom, direct hit, aimed squarely at Reese. No cryptic subtweets, no veiled jabs, just a veteran shutting it down with facts. Vandersloot isn't finished, she isn't slowing, And she sure isn't letting a sophomore hothead write her obituary. Reese wanted smoke, but Vanderloot reminded her exactly who sets the standard.
Angel Reese will be lucky if she has a third of the career that Courtney Vandersloot has had. I don't think it was Kennedy Carter that blew that locker room up. I think it was Angel Reese. There, I said it out loud. I think it was continuous drama.
Step back and look at the bigger picture. Courtney Vanderloot's legacy is locked in stone. She's put in the years, collected the rings, and earned respect across the league. Angel Reese? She's still a work in progress, searching for her lane. But instead of grinding on her own development, she's taking wild swings at legends whose resumes she can't even touch. Vanderloot owns more championships than Reese has playoff appearances. That's not a jab, that's cold, undeniable fact.
You can tell it's just some turmoil going on in Chicago right now. And it kind of brings up the question, like, what is going to happen with Angel Reese at this point? I think she's done playing.
You can tell there's serious turmoil brewing in Chicago right now, and it raises the big question, what's next for Angel Reese? Honestly, it feels like she's playing herself right out of the picture. And every time her name comes up, the comparison to Caitlin Clark is unavoidable. Both have taken hard fouls, been targeted, and lived under the microscope of non-stop media attention. The difference? Clark doesn't throw teammates under the bus. She doesn't take shots at veterans. She eats the hits, gets back up, and keeps dragging Indiana forward. That's the DNA of a franchise cornerstone. That's why fans adore her. That's why sponsors line up for her. Reese may own the social media hype machine, but Clark has the one thing you can fake, leadership. And then came the suspension debacle, which only made things worse. A halftime suspension? That's not discipline, that's a punchline. The Sky basically shrugged and said, we'll sit her for 20 minutes and hope she figures it out. Nobody buys that. Not the fans, not the media, not even other players. Vanderloot's clapback didn't just check Reese, it spotlighted Chicago's lack of control. Her response reminded everyone what professionalism actually looks like: grit, accountability, and focus. Meanwhile, Reese looks like she's running her mouth faster than her game is catching up. The contrast couldn't be clearer.
In the beginning of the season, you was missing mad layups. You was shooting like 27% on layups. I saw Ariel Atkins at the podium holding you down. I didn't see none of your teammates going in the media blasting your ass for not being able to make a damn layup. We haven't seen none of your teammates come out and flame you for how you was missing layups back to back to back to back to back. You had like 8 straight games where these dudes won hundreds of thousands of dollars betting that you would miss your first shot. None of your teammates came out and embarrassed you publicly. They held you down and supported you.
I would be highly surprised if Angel Reese is on the Chicago Sky's roster come the start of the 2026 or the 2027 season. The Chicago Sky, they might be saying to themselves, Angel Reese just isn't worth the headache that she is causing. Great rebounder. As for everything else, she's not worth the headache that she's caused.
It says here, Tyler Marsh called it a top-down organizational decision, declined to share which comments were viewed as detrimental. Atkins implied the team supported the decision. Ownership handled it how they see fit. She told the Sun-Times, a shooter on Friday, they have full support from our team.
Chicago Sky values the safety, respect, and well-being of every player. We are committed to accountability so our players can stay focused on playing basketball. Because of statements detrimental to the team made by Angel Reese during league-mandated media, she will not play in the first half of the game on September 7th against the Las Vegas Aces. This matter has been handled and resolved internally, and we are moving forward as a team. Angel Reese facing her first bit of accountability here in the WNBA. Unapologetically, Angel, the Chicago Sky don't care about any of that right now. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about go out and say what you want. Be unapologetic. They have no time for that. They have a business to run. They have teammates that they care about. Players on the roster that they're looking for. You know what? We got to send a message. This isn't cool to Vandersloot. This isn't cool to Banham. This isn't cool to Haley Van Lith. We got to show the other players on the roster we have your back as well.
It is looking
spooky in Chicago. This Angel Reese said she doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Berman or Haley Van Lith are capable of leading them to the leading the playoff team. Guard Ariel Atkins is another player on the Sky roster with WNBA championship experience. We are aware of it, Marsh stated. We are addressing it.
It looked like it's happening. Angel Reese is asking out of Chicago already.
Angel Reese officially puts the Chicago Sky on notice. We're not doing the same thing this offseason that we did last offseason. Stop bringing me bums to play with. Now, how many players are going to listen to what Angel Reese had to say about Courtney Vandersloot? Are going to listen to what Angel Reese had to say about her current teammates? How many players are going to say, oh yeah, I want to play with that player who has no problem throwing me under the bus with 3 games to go? I want to play with that. Maybe not many.
Angel Reese, oh damn, has been assessed with 8 technical fouls, and she will be suspended for Friday game unless it is rescinded. And I'm telling you right now, look, he said it best, her attitude. That mug ain't getting rescinded. Angel Reese has struck out again.